Yeah. House of the Dragon, Charlie. The first episode came and
I'm sad.
you're sad, eh?
Yes, I am.
And I'm excited. That should come next.
I know you are against Team Black, so anything that will cause us pain is going to make you happy.
Oh, no. Like, you saw what happened. Even look at Aegon's fate. I mean, I was even laughing at Aegon because did you see what happened?
But I saw what happened, but then we don't see what happens afterwards. But then we've come to see what the fate of Team Black now. I mean, come on.
Come on, you can't just say it's a fate. It's just one.
It's not just one.
Bro.
He's not just one.
Yes.
He's a crucial, should I say, character in the entire thing. Like, just, oh my God.
Oh, House of the Dragon just came and then like a quick recap. Like,
okay.
So what happened in the first episode? Can you even remember some of these things?
So I think the first episode is where Rhaenyra, okay, is still in her castle trying to see if she can actually trust Alicent, on Alicent giving her word to her earlier that she's going to open the gates of King's Landing. She's going to send Aemon away. And then when she enters, she's actually going to give her the Iron Throne, what she rightfully deserves. And she was discussing with her elders, her son Jace and all of that, to see if it's actually a good plan or a good idea. And then they are all like, no, this isn't something good. How can you trust this person and all that?
It was more of Jace.
Yes, Jace was the one. And she was like, Alicent has actually come to her in confidence. So, I mean, she trusted. And then Daemon on the other side is still fighting a battle strongly with the Lannisters. Yes. And then we see how Stark actually coming to join them in the battle. That scene is also there. And then what led to me being sad for the first episode is the battle between the sea snake.
Crucial battle, eh?
Yeah, so that part also is there for us to talk about, where we have Sir Jacaerys Velaryon with his fleet on their way and they are attacked, all out battle. And then Jace hears of it. He and Baela decide to actually go there and then save the day, but then things don't go as they plan. And then I'm here heartbroken that Jacaerys Velaryon is no more with Team Black. So Elton,
okay. Yeah, so
over to you.
Going back in time, you'll see these kind of things. Okay, so first of all, you can trace Jace's distrust of Alicent back to when they were in King's Landing. You know, when they were in King's Landing, Alicent had, like this kind of, he didn't really like how, Rhaenyra was doing whatever she wanted. So her anger was, going to the children as well. So I believe Jace also like experienced, the hatred that Alicent had for her. So, he grew up having these kind of things, having Alicent see her in some way. So when these kind of things have already happened in the past, when this kind of lady comes to your room, to your castle and say that, okay, now come to I'm just going to open the gate for you, because the deal didn't make any sense, because Alicent is, giving his firstborn son to Rhaenyra for them to kill Aegon. So that was the whole deal, because, he's just giving them Aegon. And Aegon is Alicent's firstborn son. So, like, it doesn't make any sense for a mother
to do that.
Who's like, went too far to make his son king, just like
now
deliver him to the wolves, the dragons to be specific. So that's why, Jace is becoming too like cautious, like you can't trust her on her. And also there's also this scene where I really don't like the battle of the Riverlands and the Lannisters. You see, that was the great battle where they really deviated from the books. But then in the show, when you like move when you get to that scene, the battle already ended with the Riverlands, the Riverlords and Daemon winning.
Yeah.
And someone might say, why is Daemon not on his dragon? But then come on, in this kind of battle, when you get into close contact, you can't use your dragon because the dragon will also burn your own people, allies. So yeah. So Daemon being on the ground made sense. So he had to, fight alongside them, because you can't really conquer places with only dragons. Dragon can only cause a distraction. But then the humans or the soldiers are the ones who are going to occupy the place, are the ones who are going to, take prisoners, are going to do a lot of those heavy lifting. So one of the things that I really didn't like about it was the introduction of the Northmen. So you said you saw the Northmen when they came, and they said one of the most fantastic lines is that you have come to die for the Dragon Queen. Like like there's more meaning to those kind of to that line.
Give it to me.
You've come to die for the Dragon Queen.
Give it to me.
Yeah. So in this kind of case, like the North, there's some tradition or something where when winter is approaching or when they are going to there are some hardship in the North because the North it's not really that easy for them like the South have it. So when it gets to some time, the North people, the old people, the graybeards have to leave their home to leave a portion of the food to the younger ones, so that the younger ones will have more to eat.
More to eat.
So in this kind of tradition, like the Craig and Stark sent the graybeards in a form of tradition so that they will come because that's why they made the line. You've come to die because they have no intention of going back. They have come to die. They have come to die. Like they're not just coming to win the war.
The people like back home will actually have something to eat.
Yes.
So their absence there is actually going to provide more for those there. And then they don't just want to die a meaningless death. Yes. They want to die to a cause. Yes. So them coming to pledge their allegiance to Rhaenyra and then fighting for her. I mean, in that way, they may get some food to eat, shelter, but then at the end of the day, even if they don't make it back home, they've actually done something great for their people back in the North.
And mind you, Craig Stark, who is the Lord of Winterfell and the Warden of the North, is currently also gathering strength in the North. Because I've seen the North is the biggest of the 7 kingdoms.
Yeah.
And to gather an army there, to take a lot of time, months, even closer to a year or something, I don't know for sure. But then, so the 2,000 that he sent, the Northmen who came were 2,000, I believe. I don't know if they've changed it in the show. But then he has sent these kind of soldiers for you to just have for now. While he is gathering a lot of soldiers, while they have to gather harvest and all those things to prepare for an army. So that's what made them, try to delay. And while he has sent these 2,000 to join the cause. And another thing is Jason Lannister's death was too disrespectful. That Lord just died off screen. We just saw his head there. It didn't make any sense for me, even though I know that he died. But then the moment we see him, his head in the previous season he was leading his army to war and all. And the next season, the first time we see him, it's only his head. Come on, it was very, very disrespectful for me. I don't know if you have anything to say about that because
I don't have anything to say about that.
But the Lannisters are a very powerful house.
Yes, the Lannisters are a very powerful house. But then in this era, in as much as they are very powerful, I don't think he was that influential that they had to, put a whole lot around him. Do you think he was very influential in that time?
He was a lord of Castle, what do you call it?
Castle Rock.
Castle Rock. He was a lord of Castle Rock, the Warden of the West. Like, he had his battle with the Riverlands was one of the major battles that happened earlier in the
Then they didn't do a good job with that.
They didn't do a good job because in the books,
they should have let us see the battle.
Yes, the battle went on, and even Jason died from his injuries. He didn't just get killed as simple as that. He got killed with injuries because someone had injured him, and as time went on, he died. But in the show, that they are trying to, as I said, downplay, like put the greens down.
They are not putting the greens. They are not stepping on the greens. They are not stepping on the greens.
They're always raising up the blacks. And that is really...
No one is raising up the blacks. Elton, no one is making the blacks look tougher. The blacks are also losing as much as the greens are losing.
Like, I'm not talking about when it comes to some kind of loss, you can't change it.
And there are some kind of losses too that you can't change it on the side of the blacks. Like, see Jace's death.
Oh, you get there because Jace's death was due to, other factors like... But then you get there. But then you also have this scene where one of Daemon's daughters, is it Rhaena or something? Rhaena Targaryen also, trying to get Ship Stealer,
So before you say anything about that, I saw this somewhere. It says Ship Stealer has been untamed for about 50 to 80 years. Mm-hmm. And then the first person to actually try and tame her to be her rider actually causes a whole lot of mess than good.
What Rhaena did was utter stupidity, honestly. Even though, I'm for the greens, but it didn't really make any sense for you to do what you did because, as you said, that dragon was a wild dragon.
Yes.
That dragon had no dragon, and for you to immediately you gain that dragon's trust, you send it to war was
Stupid.
just stupid. Because the moment you got a dragon, like first of all, you need to like try and have a bond. Because you see, when it comes to dragons, they put the dragon on their when they are born, they put the dragon where they are sleeping so that they will grow with it. And when they are born, they will be, trying to bond with the dragon, and they
Fun
will
and all
have some
that.
specific, commands that they raise the dragons, like, uh, some of the ways serve the Hyries, yes,
Dracarys.
those kind of commands. They're not just for show.
Show.
They have to create a bond with that dragon so that the dragon will know that you are the master. You are the one who has to step. That's why one of the Velaryon is serve the Hyries or something. Serve. That's one of the main ways that they used to train their dragons, because
And
the
all
dragon
these
should know
people
that they
too
are serving
bonded
you.
with their dragons from at a younger
Yes,
age.
from their
But you
childhood.
just got this dragon, like in a short time, you just ride it to battle.
You're taking the dragon home, and someone was even saying that we humans have the same understanding of Valeria like Ship Stealer, because Ship Stealer doesn't know shit. But here's the case where Ship Stealer was also like responding to some of the commands, like Dracarys and all, because he's the one. Because Rhaena was able to send her when Rhaena was able to send her to to Dragonstone,
Yeah.
whereas then they have to he saw there was a battle going
So
on the
going
Gullet,
on.
and then she just sent her there instead. But then it was very, very dumb to send a dragon you've just bonded in a short while to battle. You don't know, because the dragon is very sensitive to those kind of things. He has been away from humans for a long time,
Yes,
and the
for a
first
very
time
long
he
time.
trusts a human, sending him to a civil war. You have to try and get the understand of the dragon. Let the dragon feel at home.
Yes.
Let the dragon trust you more. Let the dragon try and like enjoy being with you. But her first experience with you is a battle. But the first experience of every dragon rider, was trying to bond with the dragon, put your hand on the dragon to create some sort of connection. So that was quite dumb of Rhaena. And some people also dare to say it wasn't Rhaena's fault.
It was clearly her fault.
Saying that Rhaena was only trying to help. Bro, it was 100% her fault.
Because you
Rhaena-
don't just take a dragon, you just bond it to battle.
Yes.
No one does that.
Yeah.
No one does that.
Yeah, so that's what makes me say it's 100% her fault. She just went on with it. She just went on with a dragon that has been untamed for a while. And also, yeah, Rhaena was at fault here. There was nothing that can excuse her from being the one who did that. So, and what do you think of Jace shutting her mother? Is that return the King's Guard?
So wait,
the door?
okay, so let me raise some form of argument. The King's Guard or the Queen's Guard are loyal to who the most? Is it not the Queen?
Oh, yeah.
So why then was he responsive to Jacaerys' command? Even if Jacaerys threatens you death, you know that your utmost loyalty is to your queen. You have to serve your queen no matter what, protect her no matter. So I don't get the whole scenario around where Jacaerys, who is the prince, commands you to lock the queen, and then you go ahead to do that.
That brings me to this part. You see, Rhaenyra has been someone who has always wanted to do whatever she wants. She wants to do whatever she wants to do. So that kind of scene is that's going to really hurt her. Because after everything that she went through, even her King's Guard, who was supposed to protect her, to obey her commands, didn't really,
Obey
her commands. Even when you go back to the previous seasons, the people who take care of the dragons even rebuilt Rhaenyra when she was bringing
new people to come and ride
They were saying
them.
that the dragons are sacred. They challenge Rhaenyra because Rhaenyra has been someone who wants to do whatever she wants.
She has had her way with everything, almost everything, not everything.
And now that you have gone to a seat of power, you are now realizing that people don't really trust you, because and it's rightfully so, because Rhaenyra has never gone to battle before. She's as green as a grass. She doesn't know battle. She hasn't gone to a war or anything. So her dragon is her dragon is even the kind of dragon where people have heard that people are saying that when the weather is bad, the dragon will not fly. That's what I've heard with the dragon. The dragon Cyrax or something. The dragon will not fly when the weather is bad, because the dragon has been pampered. Because you see, Rhaenyra was born in the peacetime, and her dragon haven't seen war. I believe he hasn't seen war, and her dragon too have been fed. It's always fed with sheep and all. When she grows up, when he comes out there, he feed her, so he doesn't have like how Caraxes and those kind of dragons have seen war, have gone through war. So you first of all, you haven't gone through battle, and then they're one of the greatest battles that has happened yet. You want to go and join them. So honestly, Jay is trying to shut her mother down.
But has Jace also been to battle?
Jace hasn't been to battle, but then Jace is someone who, like, is very ambitious or those kind of things. You can't really compare Jace to Rhaenyra because when it comes to Rhaenyra has been, always having people do things for her. But then when it comes to Jace went to the north. First of all,
Yeah, he did.
Jace went to the north.
Yeah, he did.
To secure the Starks alliance, and then she went back to the twins to get the Freys to help, who later helped in the battle, in the war. So, and also in the Jace has done a lot more, and he's the one who is going up and down. So Jace is more experienced in these kind of things, and he's also been riding.
Firstborn heir to the throne is supposed to do. Yeah.
And also one thing I don't think people realize is that Rhaenyra is treating her death as nothing. Mind you, the whole claim of Rhaenyra's faction of the Blacks is Rhaenyra. Rhaenyra being alive is the only thing that is keeping the Blacks strong. Because as I said before, that if Rhaenyra doesn't, if Rhaenyra goes and then her son come and place her, become king, there's going to be still battle because between Daemon's children with Rhaenyra, Aegon's children and all. So Rhaenyra telling Jace that if I die, you can now be king. It doesn't make any sense because the whole battle, the whole war is because of you. You are the one who can Viserys named heir. And the moment you fall, the blast is going to be cramped. It's going to like fall into pieces. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I believe. Because the moment Rhaenyra falls, Daemon is going to try and take it for himself. Daemon is going to say because he is the king consort, he is for him, and people are not going to really fall behind Daemon. Some will fall behind Daemon, some will fall behind Jace. So Jace is trying to put her mother away from harm's paths and away, securing her own, her own path to the throne. Because when Rhaenyra gets protected, Jason's birthright is also protected. Because the moment Rhaenyra is not there, because Rhaenyra is the only one protecting her bastards. Because I don't think that Daemon will be as protective of the bastards like Rhaenyra is. So Jace trying to put her mother out of harm's way made sense, even though Rhaenyra didn't really like it. But Rhaenyra was making a dumb decision trying to go to battle. The fact is, she would have died. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, she's experienced as a dragon rider. She has been riding, but then we have not ridden a dragon while facing scorpions from a fleet or while people are trying to kill you. No, we haven't experienced those things before. So you can't say because you're an experienced dragon rider, you can just fly through. It didn't make any sense. So yeah, that's what I thought about the whole thing about. And when she made that thing about might have been born as a woman, but I have the heart of a king or something.
The heart of a king, the soul of a man.
They said it was a tribute to Queen Elizabeth. Yeah, I said it before. But then that scene was really inappropriate for it. You made that comment. You said those lines when people who were not really looking up to you. Of course, he was using it as a way of saying that people don't really trust me. People don't really see that I am who I am. But then, how can people trust you? The moment the war started, tell me one thing that Rhaenyra has done. Tell me one significant thing Rhaenyra has done aside her saying, my father named me heir. Name me one.
She is the one who actually, sought to point Jacaerys in the right houses to go. She was the one who was like, go to the Starks, go to the Riverlands, go here. I mean, she clearly has an idea, of how governance is behind the battlefield. She's good at that too. Don't you think she's good?
That thing is just basic politics. I mean,
yes, she's good politically.
The moment the war starts, you need to find your allies. And I believe a KG2 has someone who is 5-year-old who know that they have to do that. You have to see who are with you.
But for Aegon never thought of that. It was the Hand Otto who always came to him with all these ideas to do this, to do that, to do this, to do that.
Oh yeah, but
Aegon is even more feeble than Rhaenyra when it comes to battle. Aegon is useless than Rhaenyra when it comes to battle in this sense because Aegon has done nothing. It is Aemon who is actually doing something. Sir Kristen Cole who is actually doing something, and Otto. They are the main masterminds behind the Greens in this battle because what you to name me one thing Aegon has done? Nothing.
Aegon went to Square, like that place where he got bent, even though he didn't succeed.
It was stupid of him.
Yes,
you were warned not to go. You had no plan ahead, and then you just fly and go just to show that you are king. And then when your people see you, come on, it was dumb.
Oh yeah,
it was dumb. So Rhaenyra hiding behind doors doing some, should I say, politics and then governance, and then it's better than what Aegon has even done so far. Come on, bro. But
yeah.
then I also want to point this out. You see, the 3 new dragon riders Rhaenyra recruited, okay, and gave them dragons and told them to wait in hiding. And if they see, Aemon and then his dragon, they attack. How is that related to what is in the books? Is there a relation between that plan and then the books?
I haven't really heard of those parts before. Yeah, but then there are a lot of things that they have changed in the show. So honestly, I'm not really. I have to say I haven't really read that part. I'm looking at what people are saying, people who have read the books are saying. But then I believe they really deviated. And one thing about those parts was that kind of scene with those dragon seeds, the ones who has given them dragons, was how you see how dumb that decision was to give them dragons, because you see them now trying to reveal their true emotions. You see, is it Oof or something?
Yeah.
He is now seeing that he has a dragon.
Yes,
now.
I have a dragon. I can do what I want. Yes.
Yeah. So now that
now he's even come to the realization he's not going to be made. He's not going to be given a castle. He's not going to be made a lord, but he's going to be made a knight. And it's like, I'm a dragon.
You see, these kind of things, you give this to someone who has like loyalty to you, someone who has this kind of bond with you, but then you're giving it to people who had nothing. And now that they have a dragon, the ambition will be high. So yeah, expect that the dragon, those new 3 people, they are going to have some sort of change of mind, except maybe for Adam, the Velaryon kid, because I heard that with Velaryon, he was treated fairly or something because he's from Qualis Velaryon.
Yes, Qualis.
And Qualis Velaryon, but the rest of the 2, their line is not very clear. Their line is not very clear. But then with Adam, it's very clear that he's from Qualis's line.
I was also thinking that, you see, that's during that particular place, and they were like, they are leaving the place and all that. I was thinking that maybe they will come and save the battle, because maybe on their way flying back to Dragonstone, they may chance upon the battle and then go there and then maybe fight and then save. But then it turns out that Ship Stealer actually goes and then messes everything up. Now, let's come to the grandest part of this episode, the battle.
Battle of the Gullet, a wonderful battle. But let me just say, but the whole show was very, they divided into very like numerous pieces and just threw it as that. They didn't really go straight for a lot of things. There were a lot of dialogues which were too
unnecessary.
Not really unnecessary, but it was too like raw. With Daemon saying there are lions left for us to hand. Those kind of dialogues. I didn't really see the meaning in it. They were just bringing up those dialogues. We didn't really have some banger dialogues where we will hear and you'll say, yes, this is what we are talking about. But then the whole thing about the episode was the battle.
Yeah.
The Battle of the Gullet, which was very fascinating because it started with the Triarchy coming, and then the Velaryons were very outnumbered at the beginning. Collins came and was like, is it the Lannisters or the Greyjoys? Like, the Triarchy.
The Triarchy.
Wow.
It was like, get me my armor.
And another thing that I heard from someone was that at this battle, Collins is like 77 years old. That's what someone was saying. And he's very old at this, and he's throwing hands with this, what's her name? Loha.
Yeah, Loha.
Wonderful admiral who didn't really give a heck of the battle, the war between the king.
All he cared about is getting vengeance.
Beef with the sea snake, yes, which was very fascinating because she throwing out the Lannisters overboard was very. But then I didn't really get the part where they made it a big thing with Corlys steering the ship. When Corlys was passing through, they made it a whole lot of like.
I feel like in times where you are faced with, it's just trying to show how great of a sailor Corlys is.
And this is your hood.
But then no one has attempted to use that pass before.
How do you know? Maybe
that's what they like the whole experience they were faced, because it was like that place is too shallow. We don't dare go there and all that.
Corlys hasn't passed through that place. Will he know that it wasn't shallow?
They know the area. Yes. It's just like you not been to the United States before, but then you know that place they experience winter, and then that I mean, there is a map there,
Like, listen,
the layout and all
it's
that.
like me chasing you with a car, and you take me to your hood, and then you loses me, and I don't see you anymore. Like, it's something that we should praise you for.
But then you don't
That's
know
your
every
hood.
corner. You don't know every
That's your-
corner of your hood.
Come on, that's your hood, and you are known as the let's say like the best rider in town, because Collis is known as, he's hailed as one of the greatest admirals. He has a lot of experience with ships. So what they did was something I believe was just by the way. He did it because he can. But they made it too much. Come on.
They
And
made it
also,
too
like
much.
10 seconds
But
later,
then
Noah
it
also did it.
Yes,
Noah
it
also
didn't
did
even amount to anything.
he just
Even though
moved
she
there.
took a different strategy, she was able to pass through. And then
Because
that
they
was,
weren't expecting her to, come close because, yeah, the whole battle was really,
and then we see Jason Baylor coming in.
oh yeah, another wonderful thing. When
Everything was going on smoothly until Ship Stealer came in. Because even when Jason and his dragon were pinned down at first, Baylor and the dragon came to the rescue. Everything was going smoothly
it was
until
very, I really enjoyed the battle because I was really happy for Jace and Bela, like the way they were moving, it was very incredible. Like, even though, as you say,
but the Triarchy too, they
Yeah.
are one like strong.
Yeah, they are strong navy, but then
people,
they
because-
lost a lot.
Yeah,
this
they did.
battle. They had a lot of their ships burnt.
Their
The
leader
battle was very,
killed.
very great. And then Ship Taylor came, and then she was like, there's no sides.
Yes,
He's
just
just
taking
burning
out everyone.
he gets. And because, as I said before, he's new to these kind of things. He has been away from humans, away from these kind of things. And the first time
For
he
a
gets
long
to
time.
be with a human, to trust a human, he just dives in towards these kind of things. So I believe that it wasn't Ship Taylor's fault. It was Rhaenyra's fault. I believe it's Rhaenyra. It is her fault because you can't just take someone you just met to war. Come on, try and build some kind of.
And then with Jace's death, I saw people online were like, Jace still died, and then he still saved face. You know, his death, it hurts me. I mean, I didn't see him to go out so early into this season. Like, I didn't even know he was going to die. I know you've read the books and you know you had
No,
that
I really
in
read the
mind.
books, please.
But
Just
then-
pieces.
I had no idea about it. So when his dragon actually drowned and he was swimming out, I never in any way did I imagine that he was actually going to be shot with arrows in that scene. I mean, like,
Hmm.
this is the second dragon to fall on the side of the blacks, right?
The third dragon.
The third dragon, actually.
The first
Yes.
one was the second son of.
Yes, the second son. Yeah,
Then
yeah,
it
yeah,
came
yeah, yeah.
to
And then Princess
Rhaenys.
Rhaenys, and then now.
And mind you, her advantage began with her gaining 3 new dragons, and now she has just
He
lost,
has lost
3.
three. So he's
Back
equal
to
now.
square one.
But then these 3 you've gained are not people in your close kin that you could trust so much, but you've actually lost people that they would have done everything and anything for you. So it's not that much of an advantage, though.
And mind you, too, like Wallace has also lost his home.
Yes,
Not
he has
completely
lost his home.
but then they've already sacked
Yes,
his castle,
yes,
and
they
then
have bent
his
it.
numerous treasures and all. They've already taken a lot, or maybe
It's
everything.
broken because Loha made that comment that if he sees that, it's actually going to break him. So, in as much as we are targeting him, we should also do that as well.
Yeah, so
And
they
then
already
I
given
think
the
it's
command.
actually a great blow to them as well. It's actually going to affect
Yeah,
them in the
and
coming days.
also, have you seen? If you look at Game of Thrones, the show Game of Thrones, have you seen House Velaryon wasn't really significant.
Yeah,
Went very rich. I believe this was and this part really attributed to it because this part, like we see the Triarchy invading the home, and numerous of treasures have been stolen. I believe that they've been stolen, obviously, because
Exactly,
if pirates
there's a
come into your
brain,
home,
yeah.
they're going to steal. So numerous of the people's swords, valuable gems, and all, they're going to take everything. And then I believe that Collis is about to be poor. I heard some meme about someone saying that the face that Collis made when he saw his castle being burnt was that the face you make when you know that you're about to start 9 to 5. You're about to begin a 9 to 5 shift again
Shifts again.
in your 70s.
Oh,
Because
come on.
bro has used
He
his
has
entire
entire life
lifetime
to
to gather
build.
wealth. And that time he was one of the wealthiest person on Westeros.
Yep.
And all of a sudden he has been sacked. So he has lost a lot of things. And I believe one of the spoilers alert, and spoiler to you too.
Give it to me.
One of the lines where people say that he made was that if this be victory, I pray I don't win again. Because in this battle, it was declared that the blacks won. Because the Triarchy lost a lot of ships and they
Yes.
fell back.
And their leader was also taken
But
out
then
as well.
Collis was saying that if this be victory, I pray I never win again. Because that victory, he lost almost everything. And yes, he has lost almost everything. And back to Jace. I believe Jace wasn't really doing his best when his dragon was falling down. Because come on, you have a sword, you have a dagger on you, and then when your dragon,
the chain,
you don't come and
I'm not sure he can cut through the chain.
Was it a chain?
Yes, it was.
The thing that's used, they used to pierce. It was a chain. But still, listen,
he tried though. He tried. He tried getting anything there, but then
he only removed the hook that was tying him and the dragon, because he didn't really, because it was something that you can try and because this kind of thing, this kind of situation is either you die or you die, or either you try and
die.
You try and like remove the thing from your dragon, or try and get something to break that thing, or try, as you say, if it's a chain, if it's a rope or something, I don't know, but you could try and do something to prevent it from going down. But then he was just, when the dragon was in the sea, you were telling the dragon, fly, come on. How can you tell the dragon to fly? The dragon has done everything for you. The dragon was I really loved Vermax. The dragon's name was Vermax. I really loved the dragon because the dragon was very, very calm and very obedient, because even in the battle, when Ship Stealer was attacking them, and Jace got the opportunity to attack Ship Stealer back,
and realized that
it was Reyna or something.
Yeah.
And he told the dragon to stop, or like immediately stop, and the dragon immediately stopped. The dragon didn't have any sense of saying, because the dragon attacked me, I'm going for payback. But he said, because my dragon rider, because my master, because my rider, my friend is telling me to stop, I'll stop. He listened to your every command, and then when it fell to the sea, I believe.
But come on, there wasn't much that Jace.
When the dragon fell to the sea, I believe you could have gotten some.
Maybe
more
he could have gone under and then unhooked. Now
that's what I'm trying to say.
Go under the water.
That's what I'm trying to say. He was putting a lot of pressure on the dragon.
But Baylor tried though. See, Baylor, after making the first attempt to save Jace, you see, the first time that Vamas was shot, Baylor was the one who cut it. Yes. And the second time she was about trying, yes, but then it was very low.
Then it means not a chain. Because
it was very low.
That means not a chain. Because if it was a chain, it might be a rope or something. Because if it was a chain, then how can a dragons just cut it? So yes, it was something that Jace could have cut. But he didn't try. He just said, fly. While the dragon was in the sea,
drowning.
Fly. You were telling it to fly. I believe that he could have given the dragon a memorable farewell, like, you've done your best. You've done your best, Vermax. You could have spoken some of their tongue, the Velaryon tongue, and given the dragon a farewell, something befitting of an obedient dragon. All he was saying
I don't think they could have done anything about it.
It's like having a bullet in your skull, and your commander is saying, forward. That doesn't make any sense. Jace didn't try his best enough. Jace didn't, because mind you, the dragon is for the sky, it's not for the sea.
Yeah.
So the moment it fell into the sea, it was down for.
Yeah.
But then you could have done something, you could have said something, words of encouragement to make. But then the last words your dragon head you saying was telling you to fly while you couldn't. A disappointment to your dragon rider, a disappointment to your friend who you've bonded since your birth.
Elton.
So yeah, even though the death was a bit sad, I was a bit sad of the death. Jace didn't really try his best enough. And when he was just he got out of the dragon, he unhooked, and then he's just swimming away. Come on, bro, say goodbye at least. He just went. And then the moment the people shot him in the back, dive in, bro. But then
he could have dived in. He turned to look.
You looked at him, and then because if he dived in, Baylor could have burned them for you. He could have come and they've drugged. But then it was an utter stupidity for Jace to look at them with his face card and looking at them.
Your seven face.
He's in a photo shoot. Looking at them.
Like shots in your back. It wasn't like I'm not sure the first shot actually hits a vital organ. It was when he turned to look at them and he was shot in the neck. The first one was through his back. The second to his neck, and the third one. But then Elton, let's talk about this other event. The cripple trying to take away Aegon out of the city, and then they encounter Rhaenyra's forces. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, I believe it was a smart move for them to do for the I'd have forgotten the name. The cripple do what he did. Even though it was a bit funny, it was very funny because Egon was like, has bro already abandoned me? Because when the moment it started and the moment it began, the scene began with Egon and the cripple. I've forgotten the name. Like he was saying that I'm pathetic. Like I have a cripple as a protector and all.
Yeah.
But then one thing that you should give like credit to Egon was how he still may has his pride. Because even like the way he is someone who is pathetic. He himself claimed that he's pathetic.
Larry Strong.
He has Larry saying,
Yeah, that's his name.
yes.
This
has
one,
lost-
the bastard's father's brother.
He has lost everything. He has lost his crown. He has escaped. He has run away from the crown. He has no soldiers protecting him. He has gone low. And then he still has his pride when they told him to kneel
To bend the knee. The
before
one true
Rhaenyra.
queen, he
He still
didn't.
didn't.
It's
And
like,
mind you,
which one true queen are you people talking about?
he has his pride, and that's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you
yeah,
respect
yeah,
Egon
yeah.
for, because that was a life and death matter. Because mind you, he didn't really have any plan, because it was Varys who rather came in the clutch and said like you can keep us alive or ransom or all those things, because Egon was like determined to go down without bending the knee to the one he claims as the false queen. So yeah, it was a very wonderful scene for Egon trying to like maintain his pride, because even though they are trying to make Egon some kind of insignificant being or anything, he still has one thing that is very important to him: his pride.
And then
Yes.
also, you see the scene where there is an army with tents
Good.
and then their leader, that guy. What do you have to say about?
Yeah, those are the high towers who are coming with their host. Obviously, when
From Old Town?
from Old Town, they are coming with 15,000 men, and they are coming to support the cause of the Greens. As I said before, that perhaps they are coming with their own intention of crowning Daron. Obviously, the one who was serving, the one who was the commander, who was like Omund Hightower,
Yeah.
the one behind him, he is the one who I think is Daron Targaryen, the third
One
stand.
who has been groomed in the ways of Old Town that
Yes.
they think is worthy to
Yes, and
sit on the Iron Throne.
his whole demeanor speaks for itself, because he is a Targaryen. He has a dragon, but then he is when Omon told him to do something, he did it immediately. Like he's one who is obedient. He's the one who, like, an old thing about them was how the High Towers have come to join the battle. They have come to join and the whole thing about the letter of Alicent forging a letter to send to the because Alicent's whole thing was trying to get Rhaenyra to come and conquer King's Landing. That's what Alicent wants, because he wants to make a deal with Rhaenyra to stop the bloodshed by sacrificing his son Aegon. And when it didn't come to pass, he's trying to delay the army that is coming to help them. So I believe that he sent that message to let them stay there, because when the High Tower comes, they will become a threat to Rhaenyra. So I believe he told them to be where they are, so that they would not come and interfere with Rhaenyra coming to conquer King's Landing. And because I know he has also sent Aemon away. And one thing that I'm really pissed about, the whole thing about making Aemon and Alicent kiss, that didn't make any sense. They didn't make any grounds for it. I mean, like, come on, they are trying to make
Clearly,
they are trying to make the Greens too bad.
No story behind it. Like,
No, come on.
there is nothing
that shows to it.
that connects it to happening. Like,
I understand that Aemon is someone who had problems with motherly figures, because when it began, there's this scene where Aegon was laughing at Aemon for being with his first lover, when he was still being a lady, and he was lying with the lady, and he was telling his problems with the lady, motherly figure. So he has a problem with women. That is Aemon. So Aemon has this kind of problems with mothers or people who are older than him, but that doesn't make sense for you to make him kiss Alicent, because there are no grounds for these kind of things. Because if you're going to make,
it's just the ways of the Targaryen.
look bad, which is dumb, because there is no grounds for it. If they were to make Aemon do something like that, it should have been with Helena, because Helena was someone who Aemon, when they were children, was like, if I was taxed to marry Helena, I would have done my duty.
Yeah.
Because Aegon was saying, Helena wasn't really someone who he wants to marry, but Aemon was like, come on, if it was me, I would have done my duty. Which means Aemon is more of a Targaryen who wants to do exactly as like their customs and their traditions. So I believe if he would have done this kind of thing, it would have been with Helena, not his mother, because his mother was not even a Targaryen. His mother is a High Tower. So it didn't really make
But
any
then maybe
sense.
it runs in the Targaryen blood.
Come on, that scene didn't make any
Any
sense
sense.
at all. Come on. Yeah.
That's just by the
And
way.
also another thing I want to talk about was Kristen Cole's camp, where Gwen Hightower saw a
Yeah,
soldier
yeah, yeah.
doing this thing with the lady, and then she goes to tell Kristen Cole. I mean, come on, I like Kristen Cole, but then he's becoming more crazy. I know he always come on screen and make a banger quote, and then he dips. He just goes. He came and say, "Yeah,
It's
then
not
what
his fault.
monster?"
It's the writer's fault.
No, yeah, as I said, they are just destroying them left and right because
You're not making
because
us enjoy the
because
characters.
because mind you remember that Kristen Cole is the hand of the king.
Yeah, he is.
He's still the
He's
hand of the king, but then these kind of things are happening there because their camp is scattered because they need a dragon to escort them. Because without a dragon, they are just a bunch of sacrifices just marching for them to be burnt and slaughtered. And a huge respect to Gwen Hightower, just telling, bringing Kristen Cole's mind to the fact that we are knights of honor, we are soldiers
Yes,
of honor,
yes.
which makes you think, which makes you be aware of how the Hightowers are raised. They are raised to be soldiers of honor and all those things, religious and all. So Kristen Cole should have really given Gwen Hightower.
In
Yes.
that regard. But overall, it's actually a great episode to a start of a new season, and then so many things.
Yeah,
we
so
are
you
hoping to
saw the
expect.
creature and the dragon seeds. You saw the creature, like it's a whole thing that I really don't understand. But then
As
the
time
thing that
goes
we will
on.
discuss later, and also the tallies during the battle, the Revelance too was like you have to bury our people, even though it's a
Oh,
waste of time. People
yes.
not saying that
To
a
prevent
dragon
these
burning
babies,
them
yes,
will
would be simple.
But then this will also make you aware of how the Westeros people are very, very, very strict with their rules and
And their
customs.
traditions and all
Yes.
that. Great. Great
Yeah.
episode for me. But I'm
Mm.
still saddened by the death of Jacaerys.
Mm.
But then I feel like it's not the first time we've lost a key player. Yeah. And then I don't also think his death is actually going to be the last death we ever get to see in the House of the Dragon. But then so far, just one episode out, more episodes to come. I think it's a pretty good start to a new season.
Yeah, a lot of things happened. A lot of things were also rushed, in my opinion. Loha's death was rushed because Loha, they just wanted to kill some of the opponents of the blacks to make it level or something. I don't know. But yeah, as things goes on, like I believe you are going to enjoy the show more and more because yeah, it was a very great show, first episode. So yeah, hope we get more bangers.
Bangers. So that's that for House of the Dragon Season 3, Episode 1.